You're better off single with high standards than in a relationship settling for less.
And once you've been single for so long, you do not care about being in another relationship. Like, a relationship gonna have to catch me by surprise, because, baby, I'm at peace. I'm not worried about nobody doing me wrong. I am chilling, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
If y'all don't do anything else in life, learn to be alone. When you genuinely get comfortable being by yourself and doing things alone, you allow friendships and relationships to be something that you want instead of something that you need. The more comfortable you get with yourself, the easier it is to let people go whenever they cross your boundaries. When you genuinely learn to be alone, you don't settle. You don't force connections, you don't hold on to people out of fear, and you don't chase what feels inconsistent. Being alone teaches you discernment, and you start to choose peace over attachment. Everyone isn't meant to stay, and that's okay.
Thank God I'm not engaged. Thank God I'm not married. Thank God I have no kids. Like, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. You know how cool that is? You are in your 20s, no relationship, no kids, nothing tying you down. You can go anywhere, you can do anything. Instead of being bummed, like, oh, I haven't found my person yet, blah, blah, blah. The person will come. Just build the life that you want. So much more fun just doing things for you and building that relationship with you. And it's so cheesy, but like, I'd rather be hanging out with me than compromising with some dude. Been there, done that. We're not doing that.
Enjoy being single. Work on yourself. Enjoy the solitude. Enjoy the peace. Eventually, someone is going to come along and they are going to sweep you off your feet. But right now, enjoy it. Enjoy being alone. Because with every relationship comes problems. Regardless if it's a good person, regardless if it's your soulmate, every relationship is going to run into issues. So enjoy your peace, enjoy your solitude, enjoy being alone, and just wait for God to bring the right person to you. Wait for God to show you who the right person is for you. Don't be hasty to jump into the next relationship. Don't be hasty because you get sad or you're bored or you're alone. Enjoy the singleness and wait for God to bring you your person. Don't make any stupid mistakes and waste more years of your life with the wrong person.
Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at the power of being single. The singles, where are you? Please join this conversation by dropping a comment in the comment section. And by the way, you can also tell us what are the advantages of being single. Would you be single or you prefer dating? You can also tell us more in the comment section. Let me not talk too much. Let us get into the video.
Being single and being at peace is the real flex. I need for you to know that when you know who you are and you know your worth and you got your boundaries put in place and you're not settling for nobody just to have somebody in your life, that's the real flex right there. When you know how to enjoy your own company, sleep by yourself, eat by yourself, shop by yourself, and you ain't over there stressed out, when you ain't over there pacing the flow, when you ain't over there sliding down wall, when you done made up your mind that, baby, yeah, if you cannot reciprocate, then you cannot participate. I'm not allowing nobody up in my life that's going to ruin the peace that I have already created for myself. I'd rather be by myself. Sure enough, I'd rather sleep by myself. Sure enough, I'd rather travel by myself than to be over there connected to somebody that don't treat me right, don't talk to me right, won't reciprocate nothing, ain't got nothing to offer me, ain't got no drive, ain't got no ambition, I ain't trying to be no CRNA, whatever them folks is that got a babysit a grown adult. That ain't for me.
I realized that if you want to be extremely successful as a woman, the best thing to do is to be single. Because as women, we naturally nurturers, we naturally want to give our energy, we naturally want to just give all our creativity and spark and all that to the man that we're with, the person that we're with. But imagine if you don't have somebody there and you're just pouring that all onto yourself and your craft. You're unstoppable. Feminine energy is unstoppable. And that's what a lot of people don't want you to understand. They want you to go rush and get married and have kids and have babies. Like, tap into your power, okay? Tap into that. And like me right now, like I can't even think about being in a relationship. Like, I don't care what your favorite color is. I don't care if you ate today. And I feel as though that if someone was in my life right now, they think I'm a nut job because of how how dialed I am. Like, and that'll lead to resentment and stuff like that. So it's like, if you are just in a season of life where you just want to become so freaking successful and push the limit, just be single, stay single. And I'm not saying you can't be successful in a relationship. I'm just saying that you'd probably be more successful if you weren't.
When I tell you that I have zero interest in dating ever again, I mean that. Like, there is not a single thought in the back of my mind that thinks, oh, maybe one day, or what if. Like, I've dated enough men on the spectrum of good guy to doesn't give a shit to know that they have nothing I want or need. And it's at the point where I can't even imagine myself on a date with a man, because the thought of asking him how his day was makes me cringe. Like, number one, I don't care. And number two, if you tell me it was bad, I'm going to assume you deserved it. Like, that's where my head's at. And I know people think I'm projecting when I talk about how happy I am to be single and free, but as long as there are women and girls who are forced into marriages or who feel like they can't leave for financial reasons or their own safety, I feel like being single as a woman is the ultimate privilege. I just don't know what a man could provide me at this point. Like, companionship, like I have my dog and my friends. Intimacy, like are they even good at that? If you've never been in a long-term relationship before, you might not realize how fast that shit fades. Who's gonna take care of you when you're older? I am so focused on eating healthy, rarely drinking, lifting weights that hopefully I can take care of myself for as long as possible. But beyond that, I invest in my friendships where we look out for each other. And how many men do you know who are excellent caregivers, especially to older women? I actually have so few problems now that I don't date. Like, I'm way less anxious. I spend less on therapy. My pH is balanced. The thing is, being with a man will always include some sort of compromise. And if that's what you want, power to you. For me, I never want to compromise again. And I don't have to when I'm on my own.
I have been single for over 6 years and I've been celibate for 3. And if there's anything that I can tell you from this experience, is that it is the greatest thing that will ever happen to you if you choose to walk the path of being single. I never discovered who I was until I was truly on my own and alone, and I did not experience nowhere near the amount of growth that I have experienced. I found so much self-worth. I found all of my passions. I found my hobbies. I've really cultivated who I am. And I got to the point where I was so comfortable being alone that 3 years of celibacy just came naturally to me, which is the most craziest thing ever. If you would have told me 7 years ago that I would ever even be saying that, I would be like, you're fucking crazy. The hardest part about being single for this long is just the beginning, just the withdrawal period of getting to, because you don't really know yourself yet. So you're not really comfortable with just your own presence, and you still need other people to validate your existence, and you're constantly wanting to text someone, tell them about your day. So that period where you're adjusting to not having someone all the time and you have to validate your own existence, that's the only part that's really uncomfortable. And the more that you go into it, the more you just start to flow through it with ease, and then you get really, really comfortable with being on your own. And when you get really comfortable with being on your own, you really raise the bar for who comes into your life, because they need to make your life significantly better. Essentially, the more time that you spend on your own and cultivating a relationship with yourself, the higher your standards get. And that is a really great thing. You can technically kiss toxic relationships goodbye, because the healthiest relationship you can ever have is with yourself. So if you're contemplating being single and going down that journey, I could not recommend it enough.
I just wish more people in the world understood how great it is to be single and how like powerful it actually is. Like, you really lock in, so you really have to lock in with yourself if you are single. Like, you need to study yourself, work on yourself, hit the gym, eat correctly, and just really authentically get to know yourself, because I'm telling you, it's such a powerful thing. Like, I swear every day I just feel like I grow more and more, and you fall in love with yourself more and more every day. And there's just no one there affecting your energy that you're thinking about. It's a whole different ball game. Like, I've spent most of my life single, so it's what I've always known, but there was a period where I was in a relationship and it sucked so much from me that when I became single again, I really locked the fuck in, and I will continue to keep locking the fuck in because it's so rewarding. Oh my god, you can see the trash in the back. I just wish people would be single more, especially if you're so used to being in relationships. Like, some people are just back to back with relationships, and I just Those kind of people really scare me, because you've never had a moment to yourself. You don't know yourself. All you know is yourself in a relationship. Like, I feel like it's so important for a period of in your life to be single and to know what you want and to figure yourself out and to just become the best version of yourself. Because that's what being single really has to offer. Like, people are so successful and are always the best version of themselves when they are single. I may just be single for the rest of my life. Like, it's that serious.
I particularly prefer to be single. Single life is peaceful. In single life, actually, you can do whatever you feel like you want. For those who like traveling, for those who like partying, you have the freedom to do whatsoever you feel like you wanna do being single. Unlike being married, you have a lot to do, you have children to look after, you have a husband to take care of, and that limits you to enjoy. Actually, it's not that. Some of us, you are controlled. Your husband will control you. Therefore, you won't have freedom. There is no freedom of speech. That man will control you to a state that he will start saying, how will people see you? How will people see that my wife is doing this and this and this? Things that are nagging. But when you are single, you get time to chill. You breathe cool air, because you have no one to order you around. You have no one to control your life. Actually, you have time to do whatsoever you feel like you wanna do. Please, ladies, don't run into marriage, because there is nothing good there. And actually, 95% of ladies who are married, they are not happy. So please think about it. First, enjoy your time. Take your time. Take your time, please. Don't rush into anything, because there is nothing that is good in marriage. Disclaimer: this video is for education and entertainment purposes. Please don't take it too personal. We just want to educate people.
I didn't realize how soft and feminine I was until I had an interaction in the airport recently. I was getting on a plane, I had a carry-on item with me, and this carry-on, I had packed it out, okay? I put like a week's worth of clothes to go to Europe in this carry-on. It was about 40 pounds. And I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get this in the overbin storage. Hopefully like a flight attendant will help me. Well, as soon as I make it to my seat, I look up at the overbin storage and a man goes, can I help you with that? And I was like, yeah, you can actually. He puts it up in the storage area and we just go about our days. Like, there was no like attraction or anything like that. Like, he wasn't interested, I wasn't interested in him. He just saw like, this woman probably needs help. We finally land the plane 10 hours later, mind you, 10 hours later. And you know, everybody hops up or is about to hop up to get their baggage, to get their luggage. As we're waiting for the green light to get up, he goes, I put your bag over here, right? Because he put it a few rows down, just because where I was not available. I was like, yes. He was like, do you mind if I get that for you? I was like, absolutely. You go right ahead. He gets it for me and he makes a little joke. He was like, oh my God, do you have a body in there? Like, what's in there? I was like, no, you know, just a few things for the week. And that was it. And I remember listening to this woman on a podcast. Her name is April Mason. And she was like, you know, I don't ever put my luggage in the overbin storage. I've always been curious, like, how does she get a man to put her luggage up there without even asking, you know? And I think it's just the way she comes off, the way she exudes femininity and a softness to her. And I'm like, man, I hope I get to that point one day. Because I used to be the woman, I'd be like, if a man offered to help me, I'd be like, you think I'm not able to do it for myself? You don't think I'm strong enough? You don't think I'm independent enough? And now I'm just like, absolutely, you can help me. And so I think now I've like softened my mindset. I just feel a little bit more open, I feel like, to men. Having a phone call with a friend, and she was like, I feel like you're like in this like soft single girl. And I was like, that's interesting. And I'm like, how am I able to operate in such a softness and not due to a man. I really love this for me, because if a man offers to put my groceries in my car, offers to pump my gas, whatever, it's absolutely yes, with discernment. Because I feel like, especially as single women, we're like, oh, I'm independent, like all this stuff. But I'm like, you can operate in your soft femininity even in your singleness.
Being single is actually one of the biggest blessings, and stick with me for 60 seconds. If you're single, I'm gonna enlighten you here. I bet you get anxious of the uncertainty of like who's gonna be your partner, when in actuality that should do the exact opposite. It should make you feel free, because that uncertainty is exciting. You're not coming from a place of lack anymore. You're coming from a place of choice. So maybe the last person that you were with, I don't know, maybe you weren't with them necessarily because you chose to. It just kind of happened. And maybe this next person that you're going to be with is going to be 10 times better than you could ever imagine. And the cool thing about life is that you can't predict these things. And your human brain wants to predict it so hard and predict when you're going to meet them, how you're going to meet them, but you are never, ever going to be remotely close to predicting that. And you can find peace or chaos in that. And I choose to find peace in the fact that, like, now you get to go from a place of abundance, of like, wow, there's so many people out there. I wonder who's going to be lucky enough to be mine. But don't do it in an egotistical way where you think you're better than people. Like, just seriously, like, vet people out and do it from a place of like, oh, this person offers that, this person offers that. That's abundance. That is a blessing that you get the choice to decide, and you have the freedom and the mobility to go do whatever you want. You have nothing really holding you back. Like, now you have so much time. Like, you have so much free time. You could use it as an opportunity to do a bunch of things. Like right now, I'm learning the fucking guitar because I just have time now. And I'm doing a lot more things that I hadn't done in the past. Like, I'm just going snorkeling, I'm learning the guitar, and I'm just enjoying my own company. You know, it's really such a blessing that if you use this time wisely, it can change your life. It can set you up. And then by the time you have a partner and you're ready for a partner, you can set your family up. So I don't know. That's my yap. Love y'all.